Hello, what's good everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Mauro, Italiano. And today we're gonna do Geography Now Italy. So the purpose of this video is to humiliate myself, to see how much I don't know about my own country. This is gonna be really fun. I love these guys, Geography Now, they're amazing. If you still haven't checked them out, you gotta go right now. I'm gonna put the link down in the description to the original video and to their channel to subscribe because, God, they do amazing stuff. We got lots of the videos in my reactions. You can go check them out and make sure that you find the playlist easily. And anyway, guys, we should just start this video. And if any of you wanna learn Italian, I got the link down below for a magnificent program to learn languages, and they offer a free trial. So let's get it!
Well, I'm personally excited because today we cover the country where 1/4 of my heritage comes from, Italia. There is no such thing as a single type of Italian. People from Sicilia would almost need a translator to understand people in Veneto.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's one of my, I don't want to say childhood memories because I was like 14, 15, I guess. And my best friend back then, he still is, but we grew up. So, he invited me to visit him because he was living there. He moved there with his parents, with his father. And I went there, and his little city, oh my God, I was like a foreigner. I couldn't understand anything, Everyone was speaking only Sicilian. I couldn't understand anything. Just some people like by the beach and in the main town in Palermo, they could speak, but he was like in Partinico in the, I don't know, I'm not that good in geography, but maybe now it's different, that was like 15 years ago, I guess, something like that. But back then, many people couldn't speak, especially older people. So I couldn't go out by myself, It was pretty difficult, but that was an amazing vacation for sure.
Napoli looks incredibly different from Milano, and people from South Tyrol are like, warum sind wir hier? But for what it's worth, Italy has definitely made its mark. And today we jump in. Va bene? Cominciamo!
It's time to learn.
He even got the just right. He studied.
Geography
Now! Hey everybody, I'm your host Barbs, derived from my last name, Barbato, which translates to beard man. I'm serious. Hey, laugh all you want, but that just means I might be related to Scipio Africanus Barbatus, the guy who defeated Hannibal in, I think, the Second Punic War. So, I got victory in my blood! Nah, I'm probably related to some ancient guy that sold barley or something. Barley that was eaten by Scipio Africanus Barbatus, who defeated Hannibal! So yes, I still got it! I basically defeated Hannibal! But where was Hannibal defeated? Let's find out in...
Alps. Everybody knows
In Italy, it's all about tutte le strade portano a Roma. First of all, Italy is that boot-shaped country kicking two deflated soccer balls located in Europe at the heart of the Mediterranean Sea, bordered by France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia in the north, and two microstates are completely engulfed within Italy, the Vatican City and San Marino.
Go check it out. Don't worry, watch this video. Then I did a reaction on San Marino. That was amazing. That was surprisingly amazing. It will tell you how little do I know about this microstate, and that's amazing. You can, oh my God, you just go check it out. That's amazing. I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
Which is like the easiest country to sneak into. Like seriously, there's a Japanese restaurant and a sports store next to the entrance with no guards. With two, this makes Italy the country with the most other countries enclaved inside of it. South Africa was so close with Swaziland, but then Mozambique had to exist. Oh, and there was that time Reggio tried to secede from Italy back in the 70s, which almost made it free, but that's a whole other story.
What? I didn't know that. Wow. You see, I told you. I don't know anything about my own country. They make me look ridiculous.
Just look it up. The country is divided into 20 regions with the capital Rome. 5 of the regions have special autonomous status. Sardinia, Sicily, Trentino Alto or Sud Tirol, otherwise known as South Tyrol, Aosta Valley, and Friuli.
Aosta. That's near, I live in Piemonte. That's the one down. Under it, but I'm pretty close to Aosta, so you know where it's from now.
Venezia Giulia. The country's largest cities are, of course, the capital Rome, then Milano and Napoli, with the busiest airports being Rome, Leonardo da Vinci, Fiumicino, Milan, Malpensa, and Bergamo Caravaggio International Airport.
Caravaggio. Caravaggio, wait. It's not called it Orio Serio. Orion Serio, I think it's called. I don't know. I don't know if he made a mistake or is still called by, or is called now by this name. I don't know.
In addition to the two largest islands, Sicilia and Sardinia, the country owns over 350 islands off its
Wow.
coast. Finally, there's that land dispute with France over the summit of Mont
350.
Blanc, and a small little 2.5 kilometer long enclave in Switzerland called Campione d'Italia tax zone, which makes sense because it has Italy's largest casino. Phew, Italy, you got some complication fanatics going on. The funny thing is, modern Italy once even tried to take a stab at colonialism in the late 19th and early 20th centuries with areas
Yeah, that's true. They conquered those countries, and nowadays they're still paying for that. They're still paying for that. Come on. Great debts by
stretching
that.
from the Balkans, Northern Africa, and the Horn of Africa, including a short kind of
Ethiopia.
occupation of Ethiopia, but it didn't last that long because the Ethiopians fought back relentlessly. And to this day, it's back to the boot with 2 deflated soccer balls. Guys, I'll convert metric for you, but I call it soccer, okay? The Canadians, South Africans, Australians, Kiwis, Japanese, and parts of Ireland and
That's
Philippines
okay,
and
that's
Papua New Guinea
okay.
all agree that we-
Don't worry. American people are still always complaining that they call it soccer instead of football. That's okay, we still understand. We say football, you say soccer. We still are able to understand each other. Don't worry about that. You can keep saying that. Philippines.
Okay, it's not just Americans that call it soccer. Vuoi dire calcio?
Calcio.
Okay, good luck with that. Now, this is the part where I typically go down the list of notable sites found in Italy. However, the problem is there are literally too many. I'm not even joking. Italy has more heritage sites than any other country in the world at over 50. We all know about the
Let's
big
see how
guys,
much
so I'm not going to mention
of those
most
I
of them.
know.
Instead, through my extensive research, here are some obscure, lesser known, yet equally fascinating spots worthy of noting. The
Okay.
dining table of Bilal.
Okay, this one I don't know. I have no idea. The dining table. Is that like a fountain with water inside? Looks like a table. Wow, it's crazy. What is that?
Dante, the Bomarzo
What is that? I don't know any of these.
Horror Garden, Ai Piapi, a
Man, I don't know anything.
theme park made of rides that require your own kinetic energy to operate, the necropolis of Bandita.
I don't know anything. I feel useless.
Taccia, La Scarzuola Monastery, the free wine fountain of Camino di San.
What? What? Free wine fountain. Come on, that gotta be a mistake, right?
Tommaso, let that just sink in. Free wine. The relics of
Free wine. That's really. Oh my god. What is that? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going there to spend my vacation.
Jesus' apostle St. Thomas, the geothermal waterfalls of Tuscany, the sunken city of Baia, the cliffside town of Santa Gata de Goti, the sulfuric fields of
My God, I
Pozzuoli,
don't
that
know
fortress
why.
built by that crazy guy, Urbania mummies, the Custino sword in the stone, the 9-layer maze of Villa Pisani, the road of 52 tunnels, the pyramid zone of Castello, the Incantado heads carved by a crazy guy. There's a lot of monuments made by crazy people.
Come on, he showed like 20 kind of monuments and UNESCO sites. I don't even know one. Oh my god. What have I done all my life? Come on, I don't know any of those. I don't know any of those.
And of course, way too many castles, fortresses, churches, monasteries, museums,
Yeah,
and ancient
that
sites to
everywhere.
list. But you get the point. Now let's blast off like a volcano, which Italy has, into the next segment, shall we? Now, we all know that Italy is insanely beautiful in so
Great.
many areas.
Tuscany.
Everybody wants to see it. I mean, even Mr. and Mrs. Information went there on their honeymoon. You're welcome. First of all, Italy's beauty comes at a cost. The country lies just above the convergence of the Eurasian and African plates in the Mediterranean, but also on the Apennine or Apennini thrust fault line that smashes into Western Europe, and that's how the Alps were formed. Basically, the Alps make like a barrier in the north with the Apennine mountains running along the entire length of the country as like a scoopy spine until it technically ends in the island of Sicilia. Because Italy's mountains are volcanic fault formed, it has created some amazing natural formations like the Dolomiti rocks, the steep sides of Lake Garda, the largest lake in
Come on, this one I know. If you wanna know why I know this, because I was a kid once. And every kid knows this place. Because they got something like Disneyland. That's our Italian Disneyland. I've never been to Disneyland. This is like Disneyland. It's called Gardaland. You can check it out. It's amazing. Every year I've been there and I still wanna go there even if I'm old as fuck. But that's really amazing. Come on. Everyone knows Garda for that. That's so beautiful. You see, even that's so beautiful. But I have never been to the lake. I just have been to the amusement park. That's crazy.
Italy, the Umbria valleys, the undulating hills of Tuscany. This also
Toscana.
means that Italy is kind of split in
Beautiful.
half east and west, with a major lush basin locked in the north that receives an abundance of fresh snow-capped water melt, creating rivers like the longest one, the Po River, located in the aptly named Po Valley. This valley extends about 650 kilometers, 400 miles,
That's
all the
pretty
way
long.
from the French border to the Adriatic Sea, which ends at a little city you may have heard of called Venezia, or Venice. This also means that Italy is of all...
Are we gonna not talk about the type of mistake, Venezia instead of Venezia? That's okay, come on. We are gonna give them that. We're gonna give them that because they bring so many amazing facts.
volcanic country. To this day, there are about 30 volcanoes, 3 known active ones, Etna, Stromboli, and the famous Vesuvius, making it the most densely populated.
I know the one active, but I didn't know there was so many volcanoes that were inactive. Wow. Yeah, we know that. We all know about Pompeii.
And potentially deadly volcanic region in the world. It's like, yeah, I know I could die, but oh man, the pizza here is totally worth it. Speaking of which, about a quarter of the land is arable, allowing them to grow lots of food. I'm sure you are fully aware of the typical Italian dishes. However, each region kind of specializes in a certain cuisine. In the north, you have foods like polenta, gnocchi.
Oh, come on, polenta. I am a polentone, and I say it proudly.
White truffles, Liguria has great pesto, and in South Tyrol you have Germanic-inspired dishes like noodle dumplings and strudel. In the center you have things like lasagna.
Oh my god, those strudels, like, oh my god, that's crazy. That's like the best thing there is, the strudel. That's the second best thing, lasagna.
Boar, artichokes, lamb, steak, gelato, pasta, which comes in over 600 variations. Indisputably, the best wine is in Toscana. The south is the pizza kingdom, and Napoli.
Come on, even here we got a good wine. Don't worry about that. Don't listen to him. There's not just Toscana the good wine. Of course, they have the good wine. There's the Chianti. There's the I don't know, a lot. I don't want to list them all. But oh my god, even here we got good ones. Barolo, amongst many.
Napoli is like the capital. Sardinia is known for those cool cheese fritter dumpling things. Italy enjoys a mild Mediterranean.
Yeah, and also known for the cheese with worms inside. You can look it up. Oh my god. I would like to try, but I have never been there. But oh my god, who knows?
Mediterranean climate, only snowing in the north and high altitude areas. Now, despite deforestation and pollution being an issue and Venice flooding almost every year now, Italy is actually the most fauna biodiverse country in Europe, with over 57,000 species recorded. That's about a third of all European fauna. About 4,800 are endemic, like the Sardinian red deer, the Italian cave salamander, the Alpine marmot, Marsican brown bear, the crested porcupine, and the national animal, the Italian wolf. Otherwise, as the 8th largest nominal GDP in the world and the 8th largest exporter, Italy's economy is heavily driven off of industry and production, specifically in luxury items. Major world-renowned companies like Fiat, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maserati, Ducati, Pirelli, Armani, and Versace, Dolce & Gabbana.
Yeah, you know, among all those, I can only afford Fiat. Maybe not even that.
Gucci, and Prada are key players in keeping Italy afloat. In many ways, there's kind of like a sense of class that's almost expected with being Italian. No matter how intense things may get, you don't just waltz in here with your shoes on.
Of course, you see how I dress, you see how fancy do I dress before make this reaction. Come on, I gotta let everybody know that I'm Italian with with my shirtless t-shirt.
Polished. Which brings us to... Now, being Italian, we've all heard the stereotypes: loud, passionate, hand-gesturing, bad driving, temperate, sensitive, clean freaks that never follow the rules. And as offensive as that may sound, it's kind of based off of truth, but with good reasoning. We'll explain in a bit, but first, Italy has about 61 million people in their country, and they are the 3rd most populous country in the EU after the whole Brexit thing, and the 6th in all of Europe. Getting the exact ethnic makeup in Italy is a little difficult because Italy is a lot more diverse than you would think. About 92% of the country identifies as ethnically Italian, although keep in mind that's kind of a broad term considering how many different types and shades of Italian there are, but nonetheless Italian. Whereas about 2% are Romanian, 1% North African, and the rest of the country is made up of a slew of global people groups, everything from Albanian, Eritrean, Chinese, and Ukrainians. They also use the Euro, the Type C plug outlet, and they drive on the right side of the road. Now when it comes to Italy, it basically comes down to 2 things: North and South. Southerners like to jokingly call North...
That's a big rivalry. Big one.
Southerners polentoni, based off of the meat they eat, and likewise Northerners like to call Southerners terroni, which I actually don't even know where that's based off.
That's based off, I'm telling you why we call them terroni. Because they were working on the ground, you know? They were like farmers. And terroni. Terra is ground in Italian, so terra, terroni, polenta, polentoni. You get what I mean? That's That's why.
Off of.
It's
My
like
research
more
kind of ended there.
developed,
If you
not
know,
less
type it in the
in the
comments.
south.
Basically, the north is like where all the financial districts and stereotypical
Yeah,
uppity,
that's what I
preppy
said.
people live, whereas the south is kind of like where the rustic, tough people live. Plus, you know, the south is kind of like mafia territory. Oh, come on, everybody already.
Yeah, the south was the mafia territory. Now it's all over Italy, the mafia. Come on. Probably there's more in the north now, and especially in the government than now. I'm not saying anything. Come on.
Everybody knows it. You have
Everyone
Costa
knows.
Nostra in Sicilia, Ndrangheta in Calabria, the Camorra in Campania, and the Sacra Corona Unita in Puglia.
I
Don't
never
worry
heard
though,
of
if you visit as a
Sacra
tourist,
Corona
you
Unita.
should be fine. It's not much of a big deal anymore. I mean, unless you start.
Come on, you don't see the mafia. Come on, you do something wrong, of course the mafia is gonna fight you. But it's not like you're going to see that people say, "Come on, we're mafia. Come on, be careful." It's not like in the movies. Come on.
A mob war by yourself, nothing will pretty much happen. So
Yeah.
no starting mob wars, okay? Got it?
Okay.
There are so many different dialects and subgroups, like South Tyrol mostly speaks German, kind of. Aosta Valley speaks French, sort of. No, but
Austria
seriously, the
German.
standard Italian language spoken and taught today is based off of the Florentine version of Tuscan Italian, which is kind of like an intermediate between the Gallo-Romance dialects of the north and the Italo-Dalmatian dialects of the south. This all happened because prior to Italian unification, the country was split between multiple kingdoms and states,
Yeah.
each with their own semi-Latin based language, which made communication a
Savoia.
little bit of a challenge. For example, in standard Italian, you might say di dove sei, but in Sicilian, di unisi. In standard,
Dove
ciao,
sei?
come stai? Tutto bene? But in Venetian, come vale? Tutto bene? In standard,
Uè, come va là? Tutto bene, tutto bene.
forchetta. In
Forchetta, come on. Well, it's funny, you know. My English is very poor, but it's really funny to hear how other people say Italian words like this one, forchetta, is technically forchetta.
Lombard, Peru? This is one of the reasons why
Peru.
Italians attribute the creation of the famous Italian hand gestures. People would travel barely 50 kilometers and find themselves in a hard-to-understand dialect region. So essentially, they had to kind of get their point across fast. There's a saying that Italians have l'arte di arrangiarsi, or the
Yeah,
art of
yeah.
arranging, which translates to something like the art of figuring it out on your own. When
That's
words
true.
fail, hands succeed. There's no specific code, but some generally accepted gestures include things like mi dispiace.
Yeah, you know, like I am Italian, I can tell you that's true. Like, if you tell me what this gesture or any gesture Italian people make, I wouldn't be able right away to tell you, but in my mind I know what it is. If I see someone do it, I recognize it. But if you tell me what does that gesture means like that, in that second I have to answer, I don't know. It's like something you do unconsciously, you know? It's just something you're born with, the culture.
Sei pazzo, bere vino, bellissimo,
vino,
delizioso, like
scusa.
mi dispiace. Sei pazzo, bere vino,
Ah, bene.
bellissimo, delizioso. Stai attento. Ma cosa dici? Perfetto. And vai la corona. Speaking of societal background,
What the fuck was that?
ma cosa dici? Perfetto. And vai la corona.
Fai la corna, fai la corona. No, come on, this is so wrong. You do like this, you know, when something like, because so many people in Italy is superstitious, you know, like you say something to them, they will might bring them bad luck, they will do like this. Oh, what are you talking about? Like to like to kick away all the bad luck, the evil. It's funny. If there wasn't the subtitles, I wouldn't be able to understand vai la corna. We say fare le corna, like this, fare le corna, like the devil, like this.
Corona. Speaking of societal background, we don't have enough time to explain the entire history of Italy, but in the quickest way I can put it, Etruscans, Romans, Christianity, ridiculous amount of separate kingdoms and feudal states, barbarian invasions, Byzantines, medieval kingdoms, Renaissance, Napoleonic invasions, Sardinia, Piedmont unifies Italy after 3 independence wars,
Yeah,
or 4
Garibaldi.
depending on who you ask, mass emigration to other countries begins, World War I, fascism,
Argentina.
World War II, resistance movement, after war, economic boom, 2008 crisis, which brings us here today. Basically, the epicenter of ancient Rome was here, hence the capital being named Rome. Speaking of which, even though the Italian monarchy ended long ago, there are still 2 descendants that still exist today, acting as
Savoia,
heir
Vittorio
apparent.
Emanuele.
Catholic Church has played a major role in Italy even to this day.
Wow.
Almost every single town has at least one church. About 88% of the country identifies as Catholic, however, only a third say they are active practitioners on a weekly
Yeah, I'm
basis.
not.
And one of the reasons why Italy has made such a universal mark is partially because between the late 1800s and early 1900s, Italy experienced a mass emigration in which over the years, around 25 million left. This is considered the largest.
Yeah, that's maybe why why Italians are so famous all over the world. You know, like the food and the gestures and everything. Because like Italians moved all over the world and tried to bring their customs to other countries. So maybe that's really interesting.
Mass migration of contemporary times. Suddenly you have new communities of Italians all over the world in places like Brazil, Argentina, the US,
Yeah,
UK, and
Argentina.
France. Oh wow, this video is running long and I didn't even get to talk about the deadly Calcio Florentino
Oh my
game
God,
of
that's-
Florence or the Santa Maria.
I hate those kind of things. That's so. Oh my god! I saw it in one video. I didn't even know about that. I saw it in one video. That's crazy. It's just crazy people doing that. Go to check it out if you want, but I'm not really like.
Maria delle Grazie, Snake Festival, Opera Pupi in Sicilia. So many cool things, but we gotta move on. Some notable people either from Italy or of Italian descent might include people like Cicero, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Dante Alighieri, Niccolo Machiavelli, Donatello, Caravaggio, Galileo Galilei, Christopher Columbus, Amerigo Vespucci, Marco Polo, Niccolo Paganini, Giuseppe Garibaldi, Luigi Pirandello, Federico Fellini, Luciano Pavarotti, Andrea Bocelli, Umberto Eco, Sofia Loren, Valentino Rossi, Roberto Baggio, Monica Bellucci, Silvio Berlusconi, Enzo Ferrari, Donatello Versace.
Come on! Why you gotta ruin the video like that? My god, I hate that man so much. Fuck you, Berlusconi. Come on. Why do you have to include him there? My god, this video is gonna get demonetized because of him.
Giorgio Armani. Mainstream American artists of Italian descent might include so many stars like Frank Sinatra, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Sylvester Stallone, Leonardo
All the
DiCaprio,
best.
Steve Buscemi, Quentin Tarantino, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga. Even Nicolas Cage has some Italian in him. Again, Italian people have such a strong and solid history and culture, but what does
Oh,
the
it's
rest
not
of the
talking
world
about
think of
football.
them? And what do they think about their neighbors? Well, that brings us to Italy is a really great guy once you get to know him, but that's just the thing. You gotta warm up to them, al dente style. First of all, France is like their best frenemy. They smile at each other, but secretly they're
Frenemy.
always trying to compete with who has the highest class and elegance. They also hate the
That's true. I mean, I don't understand why. I have nothing against any other country. Nothing. I don't know why people hate French people. I don't know, that's crazy. I like French music, I like French people, I think they're very friendly and everything. I don't know why people compete. Look at that. They're gonna talk about La Gioconda. They have it in the Louvre. Many Italians say, bring it back to Italy. Come on. How many stupid things we say.
fact that France has Leonardo da
Yeah,
Vinci's Mona
yeah.
Lisa. Nonetheless, with historical bumps like World War II, they still cooperate well today. Argentina is like their adoptive daughter that they
Yeah.
sent to Spanish boarding school, but they still
I think many Argentinian, you know, even when I was first starting learning to speak Spanish, you know, at the beginning I couldn't understand much Spanish spoken by Spanish people or from other countries from South America, Latin America. But when I hear Argentinians speak, their accent is so similar to Italian accent, especially from the north where I live. Because I think many people from Piedmont and the north of Italy moved to Argentina. So that's why it sounds very similar. And many Argentinians speak Italian very well, you should know that. And I think like I don't want to say something stupid, but probably like 60-70% are descendant Italian. I'm not sure about that.
fiercely refuse to make friends with their neighbors. As mentioned in the Argentina video, the majority and largest demographic of people in Argentina have Italian heritage.
Oh.
They love doing
Come on! Am I doing the video or he's doing the video? But I was wrong, I was very wrong. I said that 70-80%, I said, I don't know, is 62.5 of the total population.
business with Italy. Malta and San Marino are kind of seen as like their little son.
Okay, guys. I had to stop here. Not for no reason, but because in my channel you can find already the 2 reactions, both Malta and San Marino. So go check them out after this video.
Sons that they love helping out, even though San Marino is like way older than the modern unified state of Italy, but that's besides the point. They think it's cute how Malta speaks their own language that kind of incorporates Italian words, and San Marino is like their good luck charm, who more or less has always been peaceful and drama-free since the 4th century. Of course, the Vatican is like a unique player that they pay their respects to, but will not give the opportunity to raise another empire, and hence they keep them confined to the Basilica grounds. In terms of their best friends though, literally every Italian I talked to has said the exact same 2 countries, Greece and Spain. As mentioned in the Greece episode, they live by the una fazza.
Yeah, that's true. Like growing up in Italy, I don't want to say anything stupid, but I think it's like a right mixture, you know. Of course, the most famous songs in English, American songs, of course, those are huge all over the world, but mostly Spanish songs from Spain and from South America. There's a lot of it, Spanish in Italy. I can tell you that. Many people likes to do those dances like salsa, bachata. I don't know. We love the culture of Spain and South America. It's very beautiful.
Una razza, one face, one...
Wait, I'm not done talking. Wait. And many go to Greece for vacation. They like it very much. I've never been there, but I'm sure it's very beautiful.
Race. These three countries make the trinity of the Mediterranean. You know it's going to be a good time when you put a Spaniard and a Greek and Italian in the same room. Nothing can stop them. They own the seas, they trade, they share stories, they drink together, they marry the crap out of each other. In conclusion, for centuries, Italy has been a beacon of art, literature, fashion, architecture, history, religion, cuisine, traditions, and landmarks to the rest of the world. And personally, I'm proud to be a part of it. But most importantly, I'm proud that my barley-selling bearded ancestors basically killed Hannibal and saved the universe. And I get to take like at least 40% of their credit. So basically, I saved the universe. Totally true, not made up, 100% fact. Stay tuned, the Ivory Coast is coming up next.
Oh my god, I love so much this kind of video. Oh my god, I'm thinking I'm gonna do them all. That one for sure. I received already some requests to do Geography Now Israel. So when I have some free time, I'm gonna do it. I think probably next I'm gonna do like something like Indonesia or other country, maybe Russia, because I'm reacting to music from many countries. So I wanna do first those to get to know more about the culture before I keep listening to the singers and try to understand what they're talking about. But anyway guys, this was it. So I hope you all enjoyed the reaction. Keep recommending me stuff to check out and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching me.